Dai.
VinitalyTour.com presents.
Okay, so now we are in Sicily. Sicily is a wonderful area. Wonderful area because, first of all, it's the biggest island in Italy. And being an island, obviously, it has a very strong influence from the Mediterranean Sea from all over. This island is also very interesting because it has volcanoes, but it also has beautiful beaches, but it also has some nice rolling hills that can remind you actually of Tuscany. The sea here is very important because actually the climate in Sicily is quite arid. It's very, very hot and very dry. This is good for two reasons. Number one, during the day, the ripening here is free of any humidity, and so we can keep the grape ripening very fresh and very dry, so we avoid the problem of fungi, of rot that they can find in more northern areas. Being very arid also means that it's a little bit desertic, so at night it is naturally quite cool. But because it's surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea, here at nighttime the sea will influence the overall climate of the island as cooling down everything. Why is it important? Because during the day we have excellent ripening condition, and at night, because it's cool, the ripening stops. And when you have this condition, you can make sure the ripening will be very long and very slow. What will happen in this case? The grape will have the skin that is thicker and thicker and thicker. Why is it good to have thick skin? Because then you accumulate more aromas and more flavors. And so when you make the wine, you will have more complexity and you will have more aromatic, more intensity in the wine. And all of these are conditions for good quality. What I love about Italy in general is diversity. We have diversities of grapes, we have diversities of climates, we have diversities of region, we have diversities of style. We have dry wine, sweet wine, we have sparkling wine, and we have also rosé. Sicily is very famous for the Nero d'Avola, a lovely grape, dark in color, fruity, but also with a very nice round tannin. But in this particular situation, we have a producer here that can make a very interesting rosé wine from the grape Nero d'Avola. I would like to invite you. Please let us know your name and also your winery.
Yes, my name is Luisa and the winery is Cantine De Gregorio. We are in the south part of Sicily, just in front of the African Sea. And
let me show you on the map. So we are in Sciacca,
yes,
just here near Agrigento, famous obviously for the temples, the Greek temples, but also for very beautiful vineyards.
Yes, and in Sciacca there is a very special condition of the soil. We have volcanic soils and a minor volcanic activity with hot springs in the ground. So there is, I found something in our wine like a little bit of more sapidity, minerality, and that comes from this minor volcanic activity. Yes, we produced this rosé from Nero d'Avola. It was awarded a golden medal as best Sicilian rosé to the last Brussels competition. And I think it's a beautiful and delicate expression of this kind of wine that we usually know as a red, strong kind of wine, but can give a wonderful, delicate rosé.
Good, let's taste it together. I'm very curious about this. So, you can see here the color is lovely actually, but it's a little bit darker than the typical rosé that we would find in France actually. In rosé in France is very light pink, but here we have quite a deep salmon color that is normal because we are talking about Nero d'Avola, and Nero d'Avola is normally quite dark in color.
Yes, Nero d'Avola deliver very much color to the wine, and even if we remove the skins at a very early stage of the process of winemaking, this is the result. A deep pink, very close to red color, very bright. I think it's a joyful color, and I very much love this tonality.
In fact, for me, when I teach about wine in Hong Kong, I always tell the people that wine tasting is a sensual experience, and it starts with the eyes. As we grab the glass from the table, the first thing we excite in our senses is the sight. We can see the beautiful color like this, and we say, wow, this is inviting, exactly. This is makes me want to actually drink it. And then when we smell it, there's beautiful aromas.
Yes, we have some cherry in the cherry, the black cherry. It's the typical aroma of Nero d'Avola, but it's much softer in this rosé wine, and so I would say it's more like red fruits from the woods a little bit. Yeah, but red fruits, I think it's the main characteristic, red fruits.
So here the red fruits and reminds us a little bit of strawberries as well, a little bit of cherries, but maybe a little bit more strawberries. And you're right, the cherry notes of Nero d'Avola is there.
In a more gentle kind of, but it's more gentle and than usual. Yes, it's very full in the Nero d'Avola. Here we have a lighter version of this cherry aroma.
And now I'm so excited to speak again because I just put it on my palate and it is an explosion of tastes and it's an explosion of complexity. This is so lovely.
We are a volcanic land, you know, we are used to explosions.
This is very good. A wine that explodes in your mouth is perfect. And then what you have here is the typical acidity and freshness of rosé, the way it should be, because it's very nice when it's served cool, like the way it's served. And that explosion of taste and the refreshing acidity makes us think that, wow, this is lovely. And it would be very perfect on a hot day to have a nice meal outside on the balcony. Eh?
Yes, and also as an aperitif, maybe with also some fish, marinated fish. This kind of typical preparation we make in Sicily. It's, as you said, the sea is a big component of the terroir. So, I mean, some kind of fish very well matched with this kind of wine.
In fact, me, I am French-Canadian, but I'm married to an Italian. And I asked my mother-in-law, I said, what is your secret of cooking and food matching? She says, if it grows together, it goes together. And I think it was a perfect expression. So here you have a Nero d'Avola that is made close from the sea, and the sea is so rich of seafood and fish. So obviously this would be perfect with this kind of food. But then, because it's so fresh in the palate, so fresh in the mouth, then we can drink this on its own as an aperitif in the afternoon as we have friends over, and it's lovely.
Yes, and with also this residual sugar, it's a little bit sweeter than other kind of wines, and it makes it a little bit pleasant and enjoyable, easy to drink.
Well, thank you very much for this experience, because we had other Nero d'Avola before. They were quite normal red wine, and this one is lovely as a rosé. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for visiting the exhibition, and thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you. Thank you.